How do JavaScript if-else statements control flow? Imagine you're trying to decide what to wear based on the weather outside. JavaScript if and else statements work just like that. They help your program make choices. They let your code respond differently depending on certain conditions. This is a key part of how JavaScript controls what happens next in your web pages or applications. At its core, an if statement checks if something is true or false. If it is true, the code inside the if block runs. If it is false and there is an else block, then the code inside the else runs instead. Think of it like a simple yes or no decision. For example, if the temperature is below 0, you might want to display a message saying it is very cold. If not, you might say it is warm or mild. The basic syntax looks like this. If condition, code runs if condition is true, else, code runs if condition is false. Conditions are expressions that evaluate to true or false. For example, if you want to check if a number is greater than 10, you write if number 10. If the number is indeed greater than 10, the code inside the if block runs. Otherwise, the code inside the else block runs. You can also add more conditions using else if. This lets you check multiple things one after another. For example, if you want to greet someone differently depending on the time of day, you can write if hour 12, greeting is equal to good morning. Else if hour 18, greeting is equal to good afternoon. Else, greeting is equal to good evening. The program checks each condition in order and runs the first one that is true. If none are true, it runs the final else block. Sometimes, you need to check conditions inside other conditions. This is called nesting. For example, you might want to check if a user is logged in and if they have admin rights. You can put an if statement inside another if statement to handle these layered decisions. In web development, if and else statements are everywhere. They help validate user input, control what shows on the screen, or decide how to respond to user actions. They are the foundation of making your website interactive and smart. To sum up, JavaScript if and else statements control the flow of your program by evaluating conditions and choosing which code to run based on whether those conditions are true or false. They support simple decisions, multiple options, and even complex nested choices. Learning how to use them well is essential for building effective and dynamic web applications.